Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Welcome to Bma's Crafty Corner. I am Bma, better known as Els, and we're gonna hang out a little bit. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. It's been a really crappy weekend. Okay? Oh, alrighty. Okay. Oh, there we go. Trying to fix my heating pad. You guys know him. That little creature of mine. He thinks it's for his own personal relaxation, and so he likes to ball it up and lay on it every time I stand up. All right, so what are we doing? Does anybody know? Oh, I do. We're working on this blue single signature journal. Why? Because we picked blue at random. Okay. So let's see where we are with this, since it's Wednesday. All right. So we have our book. It's our signature. And we've done quite a few pages in here. I think we're about halfway through. But we still have some to do. And I still have to do all of these tag tops. All right. And this is where we are at. Hi, Christine. This is not sticking. We need to help it out. Where are my crystal accents? Okay. Oh. So, how was everybody's start to their week? I would say weekend, but I think I'm the only person that has this as weekend. It's not really a weekend. It's the one Monday is the one weekday that Hubbard gets off, so we have to do all of our stuff on that day. So it's not really a day off. It's more like a day out. We get to go outside. How you feeling, Christine? Did you get any of it worked out yet? All right, let's see if we can get anything out of here. I hate when this bottle gets jammed up. It does not like to let the fluid out when it's jammed up. me tell you something. I'm stubborn, so we'll make this work. Got meds and a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Cool. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hang out today, because I took my own trip to the ER the other day. Mostly because it was later in the evening, and amazingly enough, Las Vegas, 24/7 city, does not have anything other than emergency rooms open in the middle of the night. And we had to wait for my son to show up to pick up Miss Lily. And so we didn't get to go to the doctor's, get out of here until like 10 o'clock. It was like 9:30. And most of the urgent care is closed. This is the thing that gets me. They have these late night urgent cares. You have to make an appointment. Some of them require an appointment. Nope. And we've now moved on to thinking that I possibly have a kidney infection. Basically, the doctor has no idea. The doctor in the ER had no idea. And he pretty much said as much. He told me to continue taking my Flexeril, which is a muscle relaxer. He thinks it's muscle skeletal, although all of the symptoms fit a kidney infection. So he's got me on an antibiotic for the kidney infection, and I'm all right. He has me taking 800 milligrams of ibuprofen for pain, and the Flexeril 3 times a day, every 8 hours. And about all it's done is put me to sleep. I got up yesterday morning at about 7:30. At about 10, I went and laid down. Slept till about 1:30. Got up, came out, had my lunch. I took that stupid Flexeril tab that he told me to take. By 5 o'clock, I was ready for a nap. I went to nap for about an hour and a half. And by 10 o'clock last night, I was dragging my butt. I have spent most of my day, most of the last 2 days in bed. So I don't need referrals to go see specialists. It's just more expensive. So I'm into the serious contemplation of seeing a specialist. It's kind of annoying because I'm not used to going slow. I don't do slow. I do wake up, get you done, So we'll see, We will see what happens. All right, so we need to finish this page up. I think it needs something. I'm not sure. We have a pocket and a tag. We have a little bit of an embellishment. I think it maybe needs washi tape, more washi tape. We got a little washi tape over here. I think maybe we'll put some washi tape over here. Maybe we'll do with this little washi tape on the bottom. I don't know. We're going to put some washi tape on. Let's put some washi tape on. All right. So I'm just hoping that somebody figures it out, like, did I do something to my back when I jumped off that thing, or is it just a kidney infection? Do I have a kidney infection? I don't know, because I've never actually had a kidney infection. So I really don't know. Never even really had a bladder infection. I think I might have had a bladder infection when I was pregnant with my first kid. That's it. So now this is the high point of my day. And more importantly, it's the only point of the day where I can keep the cat off of my heating pad. He thinks it's for him. Every time I stand up, go to the bathroom, get a drink of soda, get a bottle of, fill up my soda or whatever. I come back and he is curled up in a ball with this thing wrapped up inside of him. He's hugging it. And shit. And I'm like, get down. He's like, I don't think so, Mama. Get down. I don't think so, Mama. Yeah. I don't know what the hell we do. Because I'd be in there and then, I'd be like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then 5 minutes later, I'd be like, what? Where's my stuff? But I did manage to get some more videos filmed. I still haven't managed to get the editor open. Just because I'm lazy. I don't know. What are we going to do on this page? I have no idea. Let's see what we got in the bag. That might give us something. Now we're going to play with the other glue bottle. So, I shall live. So we are on antibiotics 3 times a day. Antibiotics twice a day. Muscle relaxers 3 times a day. And we're going to original. Yeah, we're gonna glue that side too. Okay, let's put this down. Put it right there. Use the line to line it up. And I don't think the ibuprofen is helping. I actually think it makes it worse. So, and I'm going to stop doing what they told me to do here pretty soon because it's getting kind of old. And I have my big one. I am going to start my electrotherapy. Now, the thing that gets me is that they he had no idea what the hell this was. And I'm like, how can you not know what this is, doctor? They've been around forever. So I'm going to be putting a TENS unit on here in a minute. just because I'm into shocking the crap out of myself. It just seems like a good idea at the time. What are we using on this blue? Blue, I'm so blue. Yeah. They gave me the MRI. Not an MRI. They gave me a CT scan. And he comes back and he tells me, well, first off, they made me pee in a cup, which you did. Pee in a cup. And then he comes back in and he asks me if anybody's ever mentioned anything about my crit. And I said, no. I said, now I will tell you this. When I was on my way over here, I kind of recalled that my doctor, my primary care doctor, the one who retired, I wish it would make me sick and I could lose 40 pounds. My primary doctor had said something to me a while ago. I don't know, like 2 visits ago, where he was like, have you been like having any problems peeing or anything? And I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, because you have a little bacteria in your urine. And I was like, okay. I don't know. Call me silly, but I would have thought that he would have called in a prescription if I needed one, or at least mentioned it, hey, we're going to have you take some pills for possible bladder infection. Oh, good. I get to have orange pee-pee. Didn't mention anything about it. So this guy says, well, if you've had a bladder infection for a while, it could have moved into your kidneys, but I still think it's your muscles. Freaking make up my mind. So he's basically treating me for both problems as best he can for somebody who won't take a narcotic, because I won't take a narcotic pain medication if I can at all avoid it. And don't get me wrong, if I had major surgery and they cut me open, my ass would be on major painkillers because I'm a wuss. No, I'm not. Well, that's just it. He did a CT. And the only thing he found on the CT is that apparently my intestine, which is supposed to be behind my liver, part of it is in front of my liver. That's the only thing he found that was abnormal, other than, yes, I have arthritis in my spine, which we knew going in because I'm 56 years old and I have, rheumatoid arthritis in my knees and my ankles, so probably getting it in my hips and back too. I don't think it was when I was playing around with my grandson, and I'll tell you why. Because that was 28th of December. And I only started having these back pains about 5 days ago, which would have been an awful long time between mechanism and symptom. So I don't think that that is the issue. Because typically, if you're going to injure yourself like that, it shows up pretty quick, Honey, I get a sharp pain no matter what I do. So right now we're just doing status quo. And if it gets to be much worse, I am going to probably go to a different hospital. Lord, where is everybody this morning? Do I have a white one? I don't think any white ones out. Let me grab a white coin envelope. Well, that's the thing. I'm going to run down the symptoms of a kidney infection. Pain and discomfort to one or both lower flanks. Nausea, dizziness, frequent urination, discoloration of urine, a noticeable change in odor, and sometimes, additional discomfort when urinating. Well, I hit almost all of them. So that's when I decided it was time to go to the hospital. So I went to the emergency room. Harry, get down, please. Get down. Oh, no, I'm not moving off the heating pad so you can lay on it. You can get down. Get down. Yeah, get down. I love you. Get down. So I have, in the morning, the urine is dark, not throughout the day, but I drink a lot of fluids. So, but it still has an odor. I do have right flank pain, lower back flank pain, not radiating into the spine. And I have nausea, I have dizziness. And yeah, so like I hit most of the high notes. And Mike being an ex-military medic and me being an EMT, we both kind of looked at each other and went, yeah, that's 5 out of 7 symptoms. Let's go to the doctor. So, So I think I have a kidney infection in my right kidney. And we're just going to have to wait it out and see. If the medication works, fantastic. If it doesn't, then, I'll have to get another opinion and get somebody else to, go in there and look at it. And, maybe the little doctor's right. And I am saying little because he looked like he was literally 25 years old. He had his scrubs folded up and inside his socks. You know, you know what I'm talking about. But they gave me antibiotic IV. They gave me fluid IV because they wanted me to have a full bag of fluid to help flush it out if it is the kidney. And they did some Toradol, which is a non-narcotic pain reliever, and it's a non-opiate. And then they gave me like a mega dose of Tylenol, but without the codeine. Yeah. So now I'm taking more horse pills than I care to think about. I need some coin envelopes. Let me grab them. I don't know why I don't have these in my Gramercy cart. Okay. Let me seal this up. Close enough for hand grenades and horseshoes. Yes, I got it. Thank you for letting me know. I need to put something on this to make it look right. I don't know. Something. Anything. I need something. Let's trim this. So this is about 1.25 inches. So let's see what a strip of this that's 1 inch wide looks like. I can live with that. Stay. I'm using that great measuring technique today. Whatever. But I do have stuff I have to get done. I've got to get to the auction house and pick up my auction stuff. Luckily, I don't have to get out of the car for that. But if I don't go pick it up, like tomorrow, it goes back in rotation, and then I get in trouble with the auction house for not paying my auction bill. So I have to go get that done today. But I have Buggy, so he's going with me. We're just going to run by. There's 2 different ones that I need to go to. Same company, just 2 different locations. Kind of a pain in the butt. But I got to go pick those up. I cannot afford to lose packing material, you know. Those bags are expensive. And if I get them at the auction house, I typically pay like pennies on the dollar. So I'm going to whoop. Go and pick up my auction stuff and then come back here, take a nap. Because that seems to be all I want to do lately. Although I have to say, there is kind of a benefit of the auction. I just have to give them like a 15-minute. So I do this one, and I tell them what time I'm going to be there. And usually it's something like 10 or 15 minutes from the current time because they're just right down the street. And then when I pick up there, then I put in the time for when I'm going to go to the next one, which I give myself 30 minutes. It only takes like 10 or 15 minutes to get across town, but, you know, you still want to be there. Those bags are awesome. Oh my God, they're so huge. They're so huge. I'm pretty sure we could fit all of Lily in one of those, you know? Thank God I didn't give them that idea while she was here. All right. What should we do? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, my brain's not very functional right now. All right, we're going to cut this one out. Well, I'll tell you what, celebrities in the last few days have been doing some stupid stuff. Mickey Rourke apparently he was getting evicted out of this house that he's rented for 10 years. Okay, what kind of a celebrity rents a house? Why didn't he buy property someplace? You know he made good money after he did the Marvel thing. Why didn't he just buy a house? Didn't have to be a big house. Could have been a small house. Didn't have to be in the Beverly, the hills, Hollywood Hills. It could have been, in the burbs or out in the valley or, a million and one things. But did he buy a home? No, he's renting a freaking piece of property. Him and all his dogs. He's got a bunch of little dogs, Chihuahua type dogs. And apparently, he was renting it from one guy, and then that guy died, and somebody else got the property. I don't know if they bought it, inherited it, whatever. But they decided that he had to pay rent, which I guess he hadn't been paying in a while. And so they were working on getting him evicted, but his publicist and his agent were like, we got to get him out of here, because they went into the house and found out that it's not really livable. And I'm sure that's just their way of trying to alleviate some of the back rent that's owed, like the place was a damn dump, kind of thing. But it also makes him look like he's incompetent, because why would he stay someplace that was bad and dangerous? And, why? Why would you stay? If you knew that a place was dangerous, why would you stay there? Makes him look like he's, incapable. But then I guess somebody went and started a GoFundMe for him. And he came out on television in a couple of interviews with like TMZ and stuff saying he had no idea what that was about, that he didn't need a handout and blah, 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 blah. And he got really upset about it. And they raised a lot of money for him. And if he's having financial issues, he'll have a Pete. Just accept the help, But yeah, he got really kind of butthurt over the whole thing. And then Melissa Gilbert's husband, arrested for child assault. Just silly. And now Kiefer Sutherland got arrested last night. Apparently he assaulted an Uber driver. Sorry. You're fine. I don't like that at all. Yeah, right? Might be snoozing on that job. I just find it, bizarre. Like, do you people not know? Like, there are standards out there, and y'all are not meeting them. it's called, common human decency. All right, we're going to try and get this on here. I want it tall. There we go. Right here. All right, let's see what we got. If you didn't want the money that people got for you on a GoFundMe, then just say thank you and talk to GoFundMe and say, hey, look, I need you to return all those donations. I didn't authorize this. I don't know why this was done, but thank you, but no thank you, Do it quietly. Don't publicly offend people that are trying to be nice to you. Especially when, you have a boatload of freaking money to begin with. Or you had a boatload of money and you frivolously wasted it. Nicholas. I don't know. But, Mickey Rourke's PR people are, now coming out of the woodwork going, well, the house that he was living in was in ill repair and it wasn't worth anything. And, how can they charge rent for that? But you didn't take him out of there before. Nobody physically moved him before that and went, hey, dude. So I think that's a whole bunch of malarkey. I think he needs the money. He just doesn't want to say anything. He's notorious for doing, getting himself into one of those situations where he spends more money than he has. He's been doing it for years. So I don't really feel sorry for him. He made damn good money in the Marvel movies. Mickey Rourke. Hi, Michelle. So, and then I guess they took, they even said that a lot of his furniture and stuff was ruined, that it had mold and this, that, and the other thing, and there was water damage. And, well, if the house was that bad, seriously, if it was that bad, you are his agent, his PR people, you're his people. Why didn't any of you either force them to fix the problems and remediate the issues, or, pull him out of there? And if he wouldn't leave, very quietly go get a nice little conservatorship and boot his little butt out of that place. Okay, I need Excedrin. My head's pounding. And what was Kiefer Sutherland doing calling an Uber any damn way? That's going to be a problem. You have got to know that's going to be a problem. I know they have a couple of pieces of ephemera made. I'm pretty sure I put them in here. One. Well, that's the only one I can find at the moment. I'm going to put this down here. I don't know that I'm going to let this be a tuck. It's really designed to be over on this side. I kind of like it on this side. All right, we're putting it on this side. Well, I know he had a conservatorship at one point. He did something stupid. I don't remember what it was. But I know that he had a conservatorship at one point. His manager was his conservator. So, like, I don't know if they figured out, he's okay, or were they just trying to, like, is he supposed to be living on his own right now and he's just doing a very bad job of it? Well, you live down there now. I ain't picking you up. Mostly because I can't bend over. But I know that there was a conservatorship. I believe there was a conservatorship on him at some point. He was doing some weird shit. I think it was after he had his motorcycle accident. I don't think he was capable of taking care of himself at that point. Or making financial decisions. Well, one of them just happened this morning. I thought that was Harry, and he was knocking stuff off the counter again. I was just going to come unglued on his little kitty butt. What do you think you're doing, you puckoid? Needs a thing. Be the thing. That could be the thing. So, yeah, I don't understand. These people, especially ones like, Mickey Rourke, that have had so many issues in the past. And he's had a lot of issues. You would think that their handlers would be better prepared to handle them and would not just kind of like let this stuff happen. But so I guess somebody, I don't even know if it's somebody he knows, did this whole GoFundMe thing. And I think their intention was to raise something like $30,000 in what he owed in back rent. And it went past that.
Good, pay the rent forward. Yeah.
I'm leaving it. This page still needs something. I don't know. Oh. And there's the other one. I don't even remember his name. I know that he's married to the woman who played Laura Ingalls back in the day. And I know that he was on he was in a movie that was about the president or something like that. Busfield or something like that. Anyway, he turned himself in this morning. I don't know how much credit there is to that one though. But I know that he turned himself in to face charges. But like I said, I don't know how much credit there is in that one, And I'll tell you why. Because when you are a parent who is using your kids to make a living, and something threatens that, you tend to, I gotta sit back for a second. You tend to be a little bit conniving. So here's these people who had twin sons that were working on a project that he was involved in, and I think he was directing it. Because he doesn't act that much anymore, he mostly directs. And I'm not sticking up for him. If he did what they were saying he did, then he's a horrible human being. But how much time did he actually have with them since they didn't actually get the part? You know what I mean? And they're saying that he groomed them and all this other stuff. Well, he would have had to spend considerable amount of time alone with them in order to do that. And if he's the director on a film, there has to be more to that story. So, yeah, there has to be more to that story. Because I can't just see that. I can't see it as just, he woke up one day and decided he was going to do that. And if he did, that's he needs to get his comeuppance, but he did turn himself in. And so far, I haven't heard him deny anything. So, we'll see where that one goes. But I'm just saying, where was Kiefer Sutherland out in public that he didn't have a car already arranged for him to pick him up, take him back to wherever he came from wherever he went? That's his people failing. I'd be firing my manager. You expect me to take care of you like I expect you to manage me. And that means everything, every aspect about me, so that I don't lose money and you don't lose money, because we a partnership. Yep, apparently Kiefer's people were asleep at the job. Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3 of them right now that are all up Chit Creek without a battle. How awesome. And then I also read this morning that the attorney for Nick Reiner has fired his client and has quit being the lawyer of record in that case. So I don't like the whole thing. We're gonna do some cussy cut. Just some loose cussy cut. Okay. 2 more. Come in here. Go there. Let's go back up there. I don't know if I want that on there. Screw it. I'm leaving it. Let's see if we can get it off of there. I'm totally messing this up. Okay. Much better. Oh. Why are you knocking stuff on the floor? Because you know I can't bend down and get it. That's just rude. All right, I gotta ink this thing. Then we're going to glue it down. Like shit. I slept most of the day yesterday. And as soon as I'm done here, I'm probably going to go grab a quick nap because I still have to get to the auction house today, where they put my stuff back in auction and I get in trouble. Lose my auction account. Kind of goes that way, so we're going to put it on this side. But I'm going to take Bug with me. I'm going to go pick up all my auction goodies. Can I help you? Seriously? What? Why are you up in my face? This needs to be backed so that it's stronger. I'm pretty sure I used this one. Okay. Yeah, the only thing I have to do that I have to put clothes on for is I'm going to have to stop at Walmart because I need to pick up some leave. But I'm taking Bug with me because he can either go do the things that I need done, or I don't really need anybody because they come out and they put it in your car. It's really kind of nice. Yep, it's all online. But the thing is you got to be local because you got to pick it up. Well, I thought I had a piece of white scrap paper over here, but apparently... All right, I'm done. You need to get down. Go on. Scram. Scram. You're sitting on all my stuff. Go. Go. Bad kitty. I need to back this. Okay. I'm looking. I think. Yep, the only piece of white I had over here. I'm going to go grab a piece of paper for this. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Okay. Yeah, so the auction's nice. It's called Nellis Auction. It's here in Vegas. And they have mostly they do like Amazon returns. And they have a pretty decent little business going. They started off, it was one location. And that was in North Vegas. Then they opened one just off the strip. which I don't know why they would do that, but maybe they're hoping people that are staying in the hotels will go, I'm bored, and do some auctions. I don't know. And then, carry all that stuff home on the plane. But then they had, they added a third place recently, not too long ago. And they do auctions out of there, but then they also do like the what's left kind of stuff goes in the bins, and they do a big bin thing. So you can that's the only one I haven't picked up at yet. So I don't know what their process is over there, but generally the way they do it is you pull in and there's people, young people standing around, and they're like, can I get your phone number? And you give them your phone number, and everything's linked to your phone number. And then they go, all right, well, we'll have that out for you in just a minute. And, they'll ask, are you picking up 2 items today, 4 items today, 5 items today, whatever it is. And you tell them yes. They go, okay, we'll have that out in just a few minutes. And like within 10 minutes, somebody comes out of the warehouse with your stuff and goes, do you want this in the back seat, or do you want it all the way in the back? Little bug incubators that they are. Just the cutest little incubators. So, so it's easy enough. I just pull up, give them my phone number, and they tell me what spot to park in. So I'll park in a numbered stall. Then a few minutes later, some young guy comes out and goes, I got your stuff. And you go, why, thank you. And he goes, no, you go ahead, stay in the car. Where do you want this, in the trunk or the back seat? And then you put your stuff in and you drive off. Bye-bye. And they literally have pickup times every 5 minutes, because that's their average pickup is 5 minutes. So when you get there, your average wait time is going to be about 5 minutes. They'll even help you tie it down. Like if you buy something big and you got to put it on the roof rack or something, they'll help you tie it down too. Get it up there and tie it down. Supposed to be in the mid-70s here today, guys. Mid-70s. Can you believe it?
Yep. I'm in a t-shirt.
Okay. I am not an expert, nor am I claiming to be, but I can tell you what has wiped out colds in my family over the years. It's what we call flu brew. Get yourself a good bottle of vodka. If you can't use vodka, then, Everclear, whatever you can find. But you want something that's kind of industrial, but clear. It has to be clear. Can't be covered. And then you can order yourself some echinacea, some dried echinacea. And so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a bottle, like a mason jar, and you're going to fill it with echinacea. And then you're going to put in 1 vanilla bean and 2 full cinnamon sticks. Some whole orange rinds, just, like the ones you pull off your oranges. Put those in there. Then fill this whole thing till you cover the echinacea with whatever your alcohol choice is. Close it tightly. And then put it in a cool, dark place. Making sure that you turn it every day. Bottom to top, top to bottom to top to bottom. At the end, you take this mixture and you strain it, and then you put it in, like a piece of cheesecloth to get out all the goodies. And then you put it away. When you need this, you take about a half a shot glass when you're sick, slam it down. Tastes like dirt. It's crap. But I'm telling you, within hours, you're like, okay, I'm done. My daughter likes hers hot, so she adds a lot of cinnamon to it and a few other things. For sinuses, she says. No, she just likes it hot. But my kids and grandkids learned not to say, I don't feel so good around, Bima, because she would just come here, cork that stuff down their throat. Take this. I don't want it. Tough shit. Y'all going to school today. No, we usually kept them home at least one day, but still. Shut them up because they go upstairs and pass out. And I'll tell you, they still swear by it today. When my son gets really sick, he's on the phone. Mom, you got flu, but he calls his sister because he doesn't do it. He doesn't make his own. So he has to bum it off of everybody else. You don't take that much of it. That's the point. And most of the time, it's not even, there's not even that much alcohol left in it once you're using it. It's tincture. You're pulling the proteins out of the echinacea and, all the other stuff to hopefully help you heal. Now, I put this here and I'm kind of going, I don't like it. But I'm only going to use it as a background because I'm going to trim this one out. Okay, here we go. Oh, my everything hurts, guys. I'm telling you. I'll be hooking up my tens machine here in a minute. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to do that. I could not believe that the doctor in the ER, like I said, he looked like he was 12, did not know what a tens unit was. I'm like, how can you not know what that is? See, now it doesn't look stupid. Did I seriously lose my kitty? Oh, it's on the bottle. Okay, yeah. I've had a few too many pain pills. Oh. All right, let's see. Let me just let my back rest for a second. Okay, let's see. Now we figure out what we're doing over here. I have no idea. We have 6 pages left to go. Let us see. What shall we do? I don't know. Let's see if we can find some inspiration in the bag. We could do a tiny pocket in the corner. A little card, a little tiny pocket in the corner. Like that one. All right. Like, I think it needs to be bigger because once I glue that down, that's going to be nothing. So we're going to get a piece of paper and we're going to put this on here. Look at that. I'm going to glue this on. Let me get some ink on it first. See, all I can take because of the high blood pressure is the HPB. And I kind of like it because they have like more than, because it's supposed to help keep your high blood pressure from going through the roof, which it usually does with most cold medications. They have designed like multiple types. So they have one that like just does like stuffiness, and they have another one that does like cough, and they do have multi-symptoms, but at least you can choose which ones you want, you know? Like if I'm not coughing, I don't want a cough suppressant. If my nose is dripping, I want something that's going to keep my nose from running off my face. You know what I mean? See, I don't like NyQuil. It doesn't do anything for me because, yeah. No. I used to take Dayquil, and it really didn't do anything other than maybe clear up my nose, but it never reduced my fever. It just... Now, I will tell you this. That Vicks Formula 44 cough syrup, is that not the stuff that you love to hate? Like, it's got, like, I don't know if it's nostalgia, like that's what your mom gave us when we were kids, so we're like, that's the stuff that works, it tastes great, give it to me. Or if it's just something in the flavor of Vicks Formula 44D. What? Because seriously, like everybody I know has that like kid memory of Vicks Formula 44D. And I think that when we move out, you know, at first, when we first go out on our own, it's like we seek it out, you know. We're like, I'm sick. And it's like the one you look for. And then eventually you end up giving it to your kids, and then they do this. It's like a vicious repeating cycle. Yes. When I'm congested, y'all know when I'm congested, my accent comes out. And although Hubbard loves that accent, he gets me one of those Vicks vapor machines. I have one because I have a hard time breathing when I'm sick. And so he puts that on in the bedroom, and he puts the liquid Vicks into it. So the whole room smells like Vicks. But there was just something about the taste of that Vicks Formula 44 cherry cough suppressant. And I know it's because when we were kids, it was loaded with alcohol. But it's not anymore. And the taste is still there. Yeah, well, I'm a giant child, so he has to do stuff like that for me. All right, this is, I think, our last little piece of ephemera. So we're going to go ahead and put it up here. We'll make some more. This is just the last piece I have made. But I'm going to put it up here. And I don't want anybody thinking that this is, so I'm going to put a couple of dots of glue around the edge just so that I can glue it down so somebody doesn't try to tack something under it. It's not the duck. It's just a pretty thing. But yeah, I remember when we were kids and we were sick, it was like mom would instantly come in. There'd be Vicks Vapor Rub all over your chest and the bottoms of your feet. Your grandma would do it on the bottom of your feet. Your mom, not so much, but they'd put it on your feet. I don't know why. And then on your chest. And if you had a fever, they would put cold packs under your arms and behind your neck. It was just weird. But we all got the same, Vicks Formula 44. You got Vicks Vapo Rub on your chest. And then they would close your jammy shirt up. Like, what the hell? Now I can't smell it. Yes. I had one of those for a while too. Oh. I think we're going to use one of these in here somewhere. I just don't know where. But I'm thinking this. I bought them to go in this journal, so I think we're going to use one of these here someplace. Okay. So there is in the group. There is now if you go in the documents, I think is what it's called. Let me see. Hold on. In the files. If you go in the files, the one at the top is called the sharing list. Okay. Now, I don't know. You guys can't edit it. What you can do is comment on it. Okay. So if you will comment on that, if you would like to, receive happy mail from members in the group, if you want, this is a private group, go ahead and put your address in there. If not, and you don't feel comfortable putting your address in there, but you're okay with me giving it out, just put in Ask Els, and I will know that you have given permission for me to do that, and I will give them your shipping information. Now, make sure I got this right. Happy mails went out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so happy mails went out. And So that is to the my top tiers in my Patreon. And then to the regular people that were scheduled to get it for this quarter. And I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll be doing 6 next month, and then I'll be back to the top of the rotation. Yeah. For my kids, it's Vicks, Flu Brew, and the movie Hudson Hawk. Apparently, who knew? But Bruce Willis has healing. Only when with Danny Aiello, though. The two of them apparently singing "Swinging on a Star" is healing for small kids. I don't know. But a hysterical movie nonetheless. My kids love it. My grandkids love it. My kids have stolen like 5 copies of it. Only 4 of them have lived in the house. Why am I missing 5 copies? Because somebody lost theirs and came and took mine. And Hubbard actually found it. It was on FX or something. And luckily we have one of those DVR things where he can record live television. So at least I have it there. So I'm going to probably go watch that today because I don't feel good. And it's going to make me feel better. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 pages left. We're going to do those tomorrow. I'm going to put, where's the big pin that is? I'm going to close this up. So we're going to do those tomorrow. I'm going to make some more ephemera for this. I don't know. At some point today, hopefully. I'm trying to get it together, guys. I really am. Just not doing so good at it. All right, let me see what we got here. Let me open this up real quick so I can take a look. There. All right, I have one, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos because I haven't been able to do a lot of recording. So I have the original 3 plus 2 more that I did, and I can tell you that I finally did the videos on these. These are the non-shimmer alcohol marker spray things. So we did the video on that. See how it works. I finally finished that dupe that I've been trying to do for like a year now. That's Timmy's stuff. That I just, for whatever reason, I couldn't get it to jive right. I finally got it to work. So that is done. I had to look at it like it was 3 different videos, you know, and then put together as one. So that's what I did. What else? I have another one
cut out badly. What?
That I did.
It sounds like
it gives you this. I think this is cool. I like this.
It looks like it's on speakerphone or sounds
I'm
like
keeping it for something. It's actually the offcut of something, but I'm keeping it because I like it. I'll put these over here because I'll probably use
much
them.
better, yes.
There's my scrap of white paper. I'm working on something right here. I just have to get all the measurements together, and I'll be making that video. And today is the 14th. So tomorrow, we're going to announce the second project in the Projects of 26 countdown, you know, our challenge, our Projects of 26 challenge. We're going to be doing the next one tomorrow because they're going to come out on the 1st and the 15th of every month.
Hello, sir.
So I'm going to tell you guys here
Hi, this is Mike
live
at Fox Business Support. I don't
tomorrow
know
morning.
what happened. I was listening
And,
to you and just all of a
and then
sudden
I will
disappeared.
actually post a quick video, telling people what it's going to be. And if you want to see the live poll, then you have to watch the live stream, go in there and rewatch that or but I'll do it at the end. So that, people can.
Well, let's start off with this, sir. I apologize for any inconvenience, and I can certainly
get
try
that.
to assist you with that.
I don't know what it's going to be.
What's the account information?
But
or
the first one
address or circuit ID
is
something
to
so I
make
can
a
pull
tag
something up so we can start moving forward.
that contains newspaper. So this is my newspaper. It's a little smaller than actual newspaper because it's a replica of a
See if I can pull something up off that.
front page of the LA Times.
I'm working
So
with
you
Elvis
just
at
you
the
do
moment.
you.
Let's do
There's
this.
no.
Yeah.
This is not like it's not like a challenge like you have to be fantastic at it. It's a challenge where you just need to challenge yourself.
What's the number?
That's the idea and purpose of a challenge, is to challenge yourself into completing a project. And if you do it, you hate it, it's no big deal. Throw it in the trash. Keep it. Learn from it. Get rid of it. Send it to somebody. I don't know.
Well, I'm just gonna circle piece up the 373, right?
But
City of Costa
yeah, so
Rica.
that is our first challenge. And once you're done with the challenge, you can post it in my group, my Facebook group. And you can do that by going down to the description, and down there there's a link to the Facebook group, so you can go in there and post your
What's the
creation,
subject
and we
you
would
got,
love to see it. And then tomorrow during this live, I will pull the next challenge, and I'll hopefully complete it in that. Usually I like to do it on the Wednesday after I pull it, but then it's like a whole week. So I will pull that and then hopefully do it tomorrow. Hopefully I have what I need to do it. Otherwise, I won't be able to, but I'll try. And what else? I think that's it. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else. Oh, I do have a list for the live. I have Michelle, I have Christina, Francis, I have Rose, I have Janie. This person joined, but she didn't get the thing. And then I have Jersey Laura, and there's a couple of other people, Carla, that I'm going to be reaching out to do the live for the project. It's a very simple one, guys, but we're still going to get together and play with it because it's always fun to just get together with girls and shoot the crap and be obnoxious. You know what I mean?
You said 23 Hotel Mike X-ray.
All right.
465.
So that's going to do it for me, and I'm going to be out of here. So I need you guys to do me a couple of favors. One, no matter where you are, stay warm. Number two, stay hydrated. This is year round. Stay hydrated. And number three, stay well, because I love you guys, and I'm going to be on the road this spring, and I hope to see as many of you as I possibly can while I'm out there. So behave yourselves and stop breaking yourselves. And hopefully this thing with my back is not going to take me out of commission. All right. So I do love you guys. Don't forget, if you would like a copy of my schedule, the updated version should be posted by tomorrow, because I'm going to get those videos edited today, hopefully. I'm not promising anything. I'm hopefully going to get it done. But, you can always get a copy of the schedule either here in the posts on the YouTube channel or over in the Facebook group. If you'd like to cyber stalk me, that's a great place to start. Just go down there and click on,
So I'm trying to, double check
more.
stuff.
And it tells you everything. Gives you my Instagram, my email address, all that stuff. Also, don't forget, if you want to get quarterly projects and stuff, as of right now, you need to email me or reach out on Facebook, because otherwise I won't see it. Okay? I love you guys. And until then, stay well. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye.